like cold November rain, like a man without a
All right,
name.
so it's super late outside, or maybe super early. I guess it just depends on which way you look at it. And I was laying in bed. I wasn't actually supposed to shoot this video right now. I was supposed to shoot it early in the morning and then head back to Wisconsin, because I'm at the National Harbor right now. It's in the DC area. As you can see, it's absolutely gorgeous here. They've got it all decorated for Christmas and all that. It's beautiful. I'll throw in some extra footage throughout this video to kind of show you the area. It's just awesome. But I was laying in bed and thinking about this video, and I was like, I'm just gonna get up and shoot it, because I've been struggling with this question. All right, I've been struggling with this question for like, 9 months now, probably almost a year. And it originally popped into my head, and it's a hard question to answer. So I kind of just push away. You know, like when those complicated questions come in, you're like, I don't have time for that. And you just kind of shove it aside. And then some time went by, and that same question came up again. And again, I just pushed it aside. And then that happened again, and again, and again. And it kind of just kept like poking at me, and I just kept pushing it away, right? And no joke, I'm not kidding. About a month ago, I'm sitting in church, and the pastor basically asked the same question. He worded a little differently, but the same question. I couldn't believe it. So once again, this was in my head, and I figured it was time to answer the question. If I was going to die today, do I truly believe that I would be going to heaven? No, I don't think I do. Let me explain. But first, I gotta warm up because it's getting cold out. That is just delicious. So here, I guess, is where I'm going with the answer to that question. It's not that I don't believe that I'm not going to heaven because I don't believe in God. I most certainly do. But I think that one of the greatest tricks, I guess if you will, this is the conclusion I've come to, one of the greatest tricks that Satan has basically gotten us to believe is that as long as you believe in God, you go to heaven, right? Like poof, like you're good to go. It's like a magic trick. In fact, I'm gonna read this verse because you've probably heard it. The verse is this, it's John 14:6, and it says, Jesus said, I am the road, also the truth, also the life. No one gets to the Father apart from me. Now, that's Jesus's words, not mine. Okay, that's right out of the Bible. And the problem is I think that we're taught that at a young age, or when we first start becoming Christians, right? Like just believe in Jesus and accept Jesus and God into your life, and like you're good to go. Like congratulations, you won the lottery. Eternity in heaven is yours. Boom, and you're good, right? And I think this is like a massive like misinterpretation of what's really happening here. And I've only recently come to this conclusion, really. You know, I think this is one of Satan's greatest tricks. I really do, is he convinces Christians that just accept Jesus into your life and like you're good to go, bro. No, I don't believe that at all anymore. And don't get me wrong, I do believe that you need Jesus in your life. Like I'm not saying that at all. But I think that for us to interpret like, as long as I do that, and then like maybe I'll go to church every now and again, like open that, like wipe the dust off that Bible a couple times a year and this and that, and like it's all good. The point is that we've convinced ourselves that as long as we accept Christ and we're decent people, right? Like you're probably a decent person. I like to think I'm a decent person. Like I generally don't break the law. I might speed every now and again, but generally speaking, I don't break any laws. I don't go around hurting people. I'm not stealing, right? So like I'm a decent person, right? So like I accepted Christ, decent person, like I'm in. And it's just, no, it doesn't work that way. And I've really come to this conclusion more so in the last, month or two, because I've really truly been trying to read my Bible more, and I'm not a saint at it, and I don't want to imply that I read my Bible every day, because I don't. I want to get there, don't get me wrong, but I'm not there. I want to read you a quick verse here, and I think this kind of drives home the point that I'm trying to make. All right, so here it is. It's Luke 13:24 through 27. The way to life, to God, is vigorous and requires your total attention. A lot of you are going to assume that you'll sit down to God's salvation banquet just because you've been hanging around the neighborhood all your lives. So I take that as like you've been hanging around him since you got to know God, or you accepted him into your life, right? And then you go to church and you kind of go through the motions, and then that's that. But he goes on, Well, one day you're going to be banging on the door wanting to get in, but you'll find the door locked and the master saying, "Sorry, you're not on my guest list." You'll protest, "But we've known you all our lives," only to be interrupted with his abrupt, "Your kind of knowing can hardly be called knowing. You don't know the first thing about me." Like that like basically gives me chills. Like that to me says a lot. And one of the things that it really stands out by saying is that you can't just accept Christ into your life and then go do whatever you want the rest of your life. Like it doesn't work that way, right? And I think we're told this, but we just somehow manage to like push it aside or interpret it into whatever we want. And this is not the only verse that makes this type of reference. There's a bunch of references in the New Testament alone that talk about how hard it actually is to get into heaven. Well, I figured since I couldn't sleep anyway, I might as well just get a jump start on the day and start heading back to Wisconsin. But here's what I do know. I do know that I'm glad that I finally decided to address this question and come up with an answer, because now I know that I have some work to do. I know that I have to make a change. I don't honestly yet know exactly what that change is, but I know that I need to make it, and I know I'm working towards it, right? Like, even the fact that I've started this channel and I'm talking about these things is a clear indication that at least I'm thinking about it, and I want to get there, right? So I encourage you, I truly encourage you, if you've never asked yourself that question, step back, take some time, set it aside, and ask yourself that question. If you died today, do you honestly believe that you are going to go to heaven? If you can honestly answer yes to that question, that's awesome. Like, keep doing what you're doing, keep giving God your all, and just keep getting after it. But if not, if you can't say yes to that question, then I think the next step is to figure out, how do you get to that yes? How do you get there? Maybe you need to talk to your pastor. Maybe you need to get into that Bible and really start doing some reading and doing some research and just digging in, right? Start talking to God, right? Have those conversations with him, even if it's weird or awkward. Like, I get it. I'm struggling with it all myself, right? Because I'm in that no right now, but I so badly want to get to that yes. It's really all about, how do I get to that yes, right? Like, what do I need to do? What are those steps? So again, I don't totally know what the answer is yet, and that's what I'm struggling with, but I know where I am and I know where I need to be. And now it's all about getting there, right? It's all about that journey to get there. So I hope this video has helped you in some way. I know it's helped me even to just say it out loud, right? Take these thoughts and say them out loud to you is helped me. So, I hope it's helped you in some way as well. I appreciate you watching. If you have some comments to leave down below, I would love to talk with you about it. Otherwise, I hope to see you in the next video. I'm going to hit the road.